Good morning. Good morning. All right. Again, I spent yesterday, dang it, where is it? Changing things around, and I forgot to change my quote. All right. Good morning, Ellen. Good morning, Wendy. So good morning, everyone. I hope the connection is good today because last night it was not, and I think it has to do with all the rain that we're getting. Give me some hearts or a thumbs up if you're getting me loud and clear. I was looking for my mic. I know I put it somewhere to make it handy, and I forgot where I put it, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I hope this connection is working. Yes. Hopefully it'll continue to work. I'm not sure if it's raining outside, but, we're going to go with it. So if you're watching, and there's a red box up there, my name, you're watching live. My name is Carmen Frank. I am an Orange Status presenter with Unique. February was my 4 years. I am not a makeup artist. I'm not. Don't claim to be. I'm just a girl who loves makeup, and I love sharing the tips and tricks I learned along the way. So there you go. So what I started doing yesterday is I promised that, I don't think I promised, but what I said I was going to do is just try and share a little more about some of the products that you see me use every day. So yesterday, if you did not catch yesterday's live, yesterday I told you about the benefits of using the Rose Water Toning Spritzer. It's one of my absolute favorite products. This is what I start off every single morning with. Absolutely love it. I gotta tuck the hair behind my ears. Next, the product I am going to tell you about today, and I took a snapshot so I can make sure I did not leave anything out, is the Instant Lifting Serum. I use this in the morning after the rose water. I use the Instant Lifting Serum. So before I get started telling you all about the Instant Lifting Serum, I'm very excited because today I got a new cream shadow in yesterday, and my daughter was telling me about this really simple look that she does, and so I'm going to show that today. So that's what you're going to get for my Wake Up to Makeup. It's just a real simple, just like 2 eye products, maybe 3 that I'm going to use today. First of all, thank you for watching. If you're tuning in live, please say hi. Tell me where you're watching from. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I love questions. Hi, Julie. I love questions, and, they help me out. And then there's that share button somewhere down here. Feel free to hit the share button. Sharing is caring. So I've got it right here. What I love about our website is when you go to the products, down below where you would put it in your cart, it says fact sheet info. And so I love being able, if I have any question on any product, I'm just going to go pull this up, and I'm going to be like, let's check this out. So here's the description of the Unique, the Royalty Instant Lifting Serum, the fact sheet. It absorbs into the skin with a rich and creamy texture. It uses a nature-inspired complex of amino acids that helps reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. And I have to say it works because I've had my little 11 right here, this little strong one, and it has been reduced. And it is amazing. I noticed when I wasn't using it for a while, it was very prominent, and it's definitely going away, which is awesome. All right, a little bit about the ingredients and the benefits. Activin XEP, a nature-inspired complex of amino acids, reduces the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. Okay, we said that. Now this one, I'm going to kill the name. Niacinamide, but it's vitamin B3, promotes a healthy skin barrier function to enhance skin hydration, as well as protect against irritants, pollutants, and other environmental factors. That's a great one. Baobab oil is rich in vitamins A, D, E, and F, which nourish skin and protect from free radicals. And then obviously for external use only. Well, duh. But absolutely love this. I do not use this like all over my face. It would be awesome to have like a vat in it, you know, if we could really just soak our whole body in it, because wouldn't that be amazing? So I just do not quite one pump, and then this is going to take care of the whole face. So really what we want to do is we just want to pat it in and press it into the skin where we want it. I have this one spot that I am working on. I'm just going to press it in. And you always want to make sure that your hands are clean before you apply, you know, any of your makeup. How do you like my new camera setup? Julie, is it better than it was before? I feel like I'm able to look up more and then also have my mirror right here instead of having to turn sideways, because that wasn't working for me. I always put it right here on these laugh lines. All right. And I always go above my lip because it says lifting. And I do want to lift my lip. Good morning, Kathy. All right, now we're going to put the last of it right here under our eyes. And you do not want to get this in your eyes, and you should just be staying right here around the brow bone. Oh my gosh, I just drew a blank. Your orbital bone. Brow bone. I'm not going to lie. I woke up with a huge headache this morning. I have a huge headache right now. So when you have to put your face on and your head is like boom, boom, boom. Yes, I'm going to stumble a little this morning, but I'm okay with that. All right. It's always a good idea. I like to just let it soak in some and give it a minute to work. So go freshen your coffee, or, you know, go wake a child up, get ready for school or whatever. I just like to give it some time to soak in. I just remembered where I put my mic, and I'm going to plug that in right here. Good morning, Jennifer. All right. I'll put it on this side. All right, so next, Glorious Primer. This is what you will most likely be learning about tomorrow. Love the primer. I never used a primer before. Good morning, Norma. Feel free to say hi. Tell me where you guys are watching from. I always love finding out where my viewers are watching from. All right, so we've got just about a pea size there. And we are just going to put this all over our face. It's just going to help keep our makeup on, help again with those fine lines and wrinkles. And then with this, I do put everywhere. I absolutely love the feel of the Touch Glorious Primer. Okay. Need another little coffee break. All right, because it is a winter, my skin tends to be, oh, wrong one. I use my blusher mirror as my little mixing palette to put my BB cream. Because it's winter and my face seems to get really dry in the winter. See if I can turn this down a notch, see if that helps with the brightness. I'm using the BB cream. And it's a tinted moisturizer, so I do not add another moisturizer over the lifting serum just because I feel like with the BB cream I'm going to get enough there. And this has got a light to medium coverage. The coverage for me, I feel, is great because I just want something to even my skin tone. But what I have been doing, because the BB cream is just a tad too dark, I have been adding a little bit of the Skin Perfecting Concealer that is a couple of shades lighter to help lighten it up. Excuse me, excuse me. If you're a replay viewer, hashtag replay, tell me where you're watching from. All right, let's see if we can. I'm going to go ahead. I just put these, a little bit of both right here on my mirror. So I'm just going to mix them up a little bit. And then I'm going to use my concealer powder brush. And I'm just going to dab a little on. And I absolutely love this brush because it's so much more than a powder brush. It's an amazing brush. And then we will clean it off, and then we will use it to apply our setting powder. And this is kind of a discussion we had yesterday. I had read an article, you know, they said women with mature skin should not use like a powder, but our setting powder is really light, and I do not cake it on, so you just would definitely want to keep a light coverage. And then please go down the net. If you're tuning in, be sure to say hi. Tell me where you're watching from. Feel free to hit that share button. Sharing is caring. And then if you love learning more or love specials, I have a VIP group. If you're not in there and you want to be, comment VIP and I will get you added. So see, just a light coverage, just to even up the skin tone. I wonder if I put that down. No, that's way too light. All right. Let me see. Yeah, we'll try it. We'll go with that because at least I can still see. All right, so I still have a little bit left over right there, but we're gonna save that for later. All right. So we are going to just wipe off our foundation brush. And then we're going to use a little bit of setting powder. Good morning, Nikki. All right, so our translucent setting powder. I absolutely love it. Again, this is the first time I ever even used a setting powder. But it's perfect when I want to use the BB cream. So I'm just do a little light coat on my brush and just brush it on, especially in the areas that I get may get a tad shiny later on the day, which is my forehead and my nose. I'm just gonna just do a light coat everywhere. And I do not feel, and I know my friend yesterday, Christine, she's known me my entire life. She's 70. She said she uses the setting powder and she does not see a settling inside the fine lines and wrinkles to where it really, you know, it's a noticeable difference. Good morning, Chris. All right, guys, we are moving on to Coco. She's sleeping over here. I think we're disturbing her. Today's cup, Namaste. Love it. All right, beachfront bronzer, Lazy Woman's Contour. And I just use our blusher brush. And I just swipe across, because we've got two different shades here. I just swipe across them both. Then I'm just going to come in here. Here. And then go up in here. And then always go up into the hair. I'm still no hairspray. So that's kind of annoying. But I need eggs, so maybe I will go get eggs, and maybe a miracle will happen, and I will not forget for the upteenth time. So I'm just doing my little 3 in the E. And then put a little shadow right under here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to say hi. If you're a replay viewer, hashtag replay. All right, that's it for my Lazy Woman's Contour. I do not do much. You know, you got to keep it easy. Got to keep it easy, and that's what I have to do. What are we doing next? Next are the brows. And I'm absolutely loving my brows because they are so easy to do right now because they are getting done on a regular basis. So I'm just going to brush them up, and then we're going to go back in and brush them down a little bit. Brows by Janae. She has just been doing a wonderful job, and I love that we're getting the brows back on check, back on point. All right. Just thought of one thing I'm going to do real quick. Totally forgot. But we're going to get this shared really quick. While that's loading, I will continue with my brows. I don't know if you guys are expecting rain where you are watching from, but we are expecting some heavy rain today, which means Mrs. Frank is going to be in for rainy day schedule today. All right, so I absolutely love this Brow Obsession palette. It is amazing. It comes with the 2 different shades, which I do use both of these shades. You can tell I use the lighter one more. And then it's got the, where it is, the pink that's like the eraser. It's got a highlighter and then the wax. All right, so I have mentioned before, I go in light and I just do light layers. That way I'm just not really heavy-handed getting it in there. All right. I gotta get this shared to my business page real quick. All right, so we're just gonna come in and I just use little brush strokes. And I'm not heavy-handed with the brows. But I'm just going to follow this line that's right here. I'm not going to go above it. I'm just going to follow the natural line that is already there. Adjust that mirror. See, I feel like this mirror and this setup today is much better for this part, because before I was having to see, look how easy that was. It's way too easy. Thank you, Janae. Look at that. Good morning, Connie. Yeah, absolutely love the easiness of the brow. I'm going to come back in just a moment and bring in that number 2 shade, which is the darker, for defining the brow. But yes, brows matter, right? Look at the difference between there and there. And it did not take much work. really it's just having them taken care of and the maintenance of them that is going to help hugely. All right, so we're going to go on to the other one. So if you've watched my videos before and you notice a little bit different setup, let me know how you like it. Is it easier? Because I feel like it's easier for me. I don't feel like I'm accidentally like hiding from the camera when I go to do the brows. I'm just gonna line them up just a little bit right there, and then line the top. If you're coming on, thank you so much for watching. If you're a replay viewer watching later in the day, thank you for watching the replay. Totally appreciate that. All right, so we're now going to come, now this here is my little spot that we're working on. This little patch right there. So when I come in with the definition shade, the darker shade, we're going to work on that. So now we're going to brush them up. Always give them a good little brush. And then I'm going to come in lightly with the darker shade, and we're just going to come in a little bit at the top in the wing, and then right under here. Very lightly. Now this is a little spot we're going to make sure that we get that. I watched my friend do her brows, and she is able to do them so speedy, and I probably just overthink it really, which is, I'm going to turn on that light for just a moment, which is very possible. But the great thing is we have this little eraser that we can give a little bit of fix. So, okay, so that's it. So we're going to make sure we brush both of them again. And then I'm going to come in right here with the flat side of my brush. And I'm just going to dab on just a little bit. I know I went a little bit over right there, which is totally fine, because I want brush strokes. So if they go over, that's fine, because we can take care of that very easily. But you do want to just be very light-handed with that pink, because it is a highlighting pink and it will be very bright. Okay, and then we're going to work on that little top right there. Okay. There we go. Easy peasy. So now we're just going to use a little bit of the wax. A little goes a long way unless you want super waxy, shiny brows. Now I want them to stay in place, but I don't want them very shiny. So I barely tap my brush in. It doesn't take much. And then I am going to give them one last brush. All right, that's it. So yeah, see, I just like a more natural look. That's what works for me. You do whatever works for you. All right, guys, we're going to continue on this makeup train. What are we doing next? We are going to use some Victoria's Cream Shadow, which is one of my absolute favorite cream shadows. But first, because I was playing in that new brown shade I had yesterday, we are going to clean up this brush real quick. I love having a brush cleaner that I can just spray on, wipe my brush off, and then be able to use the brush. That's huge for me. All right. I think everyone's having a really slow morning today. All right, guys, so Victorious, I know it's kind of hard to tell the shade of this right here, but it's a perfect nude. It really is. It is a perfect nude. I am going to use this right up here on the top. Now, we were talking about this look that she does because she said it's one of her favorite looks. She uses a different color brown, but I was telling her about this new brown that I got in yesterday. So she's like, Mom, this is what I do, and it's one of my absolute favorite looks. And she said she was going to do it today. And I'm like, well, that doesn't do me any good because I wanted to see it. Okay, so I'm going to line this the whole top of my brow. So definitely is an amazing shade. Good morning, Tanya. So that is a Victorious Cream shadow. Now here's the shadow I got in yesterday. It's called Faithful, and it is like a matte, kind of like a brownish, but not like a dark brown. So we are going to use this all over the lid this morning. So we'll see how this turns out. Okay, so I love these matte cream shadow shades. All right, so here we go. And this is just going to be a very simple look, which, you know, Lazy Woman's Contour, you know I'm going to keep it simple if I can. Unless I'm working with my friend Kelly, then she's going to make me work for it. All right, so remember, if you're trying to put in a shade that you want to be up higher, you want to be looking straight on into your mirror. It is going to make a huge difference. And I'm not too concerned about this area, about making sure it's lined up perfectly, because we are going to come back and do our concealer under the eye anyways, so that's definitely going to help line that up. Just going to come in and add a little bit more under the brow. Okay, very simple. And then I'm going to come in just a moment. We're going to use our blending brush, that magical brush that I love so much. All right. Just going to make sure I'm looking straight ahead. There we go. Now I'm still going to find a light shade and come in on the inner corner because it definitely, I want to brighten up my eyes. So that is something we're going to do. All right. Now I'm feeling like this eye, it's a little bit lighter. So we're going to come in here. All right. Now I got a little bit, I got the Astute pressed powder. I am actually going to use a little bit of this. And I just am pressing it into the brush, and then I'm going to come up right up in here. Just a little bit. I think I'm going to bring it down a little. And then we are going to come in with our blending brush. We're going to make sure it's all nice and clean. And then I am going to turn this light on for just a moment so I can help see. And we are just going to blend this in to each other. absolutely love this brush. So really simple look today, which is really nice once in a while. I'm going to get a little more of this Faithful. And what I love about this cream shadow brush is because it can be very slim, I'm going to get the corner of it and I'm going to bring this down underneath my eye as my liner. Just a little bit, doesn't take much. But I definitely need to have a little something under there. Yeah, we're going to have to keep that lie on. All right. Now I have had my mascara in a little hot water bath, but that's it for the eyes. I am gonna find, I'm thinking this shade that I absolutely love. Yep, I'm gonna do a little bit of beaming on the inner corner. So we are gonna get one of the shadow brushes, and I'm just gonna put just a little bit on the inner corner, just because, I mean, you can see right there, it just definitely makes a difference and it just brightens the eye. And because I'm doing kind of a dark, not dark look, but just a very neutral kind of look today, I'm just going to brighten my eyes up a little bit. So, all right, let's clean up some of what we got going on. Now I am going to use, I have been so bad using my lash serum, and so last night I broke it out again after remembering I had it, and I'm just going to put a very light coat on underneath my mascara. And yes, I curl my lashes. With this Epic mascara, you don't have to, but I find that I need to because my lashes grow straight out. All right, so I'm just going to put just a thin coat of the lash serum. That's it. Just on the tips, mid-lash to tip. Now, Wednesday nights, I have started a new show at 7:30, and it's basically like a live Q&A. So if you have, here's a little tip, clean off any, well, without that hair stuck on it, clean off an old mascara brush, and you can use it to separate the lashes. So whenever I use the lash serum in the morning, I run a mascara brush or a lash comb through them because I want them to be separated since we are putting on the coating of the lash serum. So Wednesday nights, 7:30 Pacific Standard Time, you have the opportunity, if you would like, to join me live and ask a question. You can ask about anything you want. So, all right, so check out the eyes before the mascara. This definitely is what I like to call my lazy eye. We all have one. This one is it. This eye, of course, is also the eye that I feel like I don't spend as much time on as I do this eye because I just favor this one. I need to get better at that. All right, gonna move that coffee over so I don't accidentally knock it over. All right, so we're gonna go for our mascara. Then after we do the mascara, we are going to do our concealer, and then we are almost done for the day. I gotta go make sure I've got some good socks and I've got my rain boots loaded because I have a feeling we are going to need them today. Just praying for all the people in Santa Barbara where they had the floods in Montecito because... So, this is crazy. So I used the lash serum. I haven't used it in weeks, it feels like, and I already feel like I'm seeing a difference. And I don't know, you know, because it conditions the lashes. Like, okay, Carmen, why did you stop? And it's because I moved it. And then when I move things and don't put them back, you know, it happens. Happens to all of us, right? I know I'm not the only one that does that. Feel free if you have any questions, you can ask them in the comments about any of the products, or no matter what, I don't care what you ask. Actually, I answer any questions. All right, so we're going to give that just a moment. I see a little spot that I got a little mascara on. There we go. And then you could even run your same brush back through it. I have a lash comb that I love. I'm not sure why I'm not using it, but this is what's out, so we're going to go with that. All right, I'm going to give that just a moment, and then we're going to go back and do a second coat. So what I do need to find out is if this camera angle, oh, just went underneath. See, can't do two things at once. I'll have to go back and watch the replay and see how this angle is. I know I was bending my head down trying to do those lower lashes, but I'd love to know if this camera angle is better than what, you know, with the way I normally have it. So any feedback, greatly appreciated. I'm just gonna put it in and just keep angling up and drag them all the way to the tips. See, this eye is my bomb eye. All right. Now I am going to pull out my lash comb. I probably should not look in the video camera while I'm doing this one because I have stuck myself with this before and it does not feel good. Okay, and I feel like I need to, like I didn't blend in my nose well. You ever do that? You're like, did I miss that? All right, so we're all done with the eyes. I know I've got one spot right here that I need to take care of. I'm not going to worry too much about making that mistake because I'm going to come in with my amazing concealer trick and we are going to fix it up. So I just got to make sure I grab the right one. All right, so we're going to use the Skin Perfecting Concealer. And a little goes a long way. Like I literally, oh, rainy day schedule. There we go. That means that we're going to be playing some Heads Up, 7-Up, or Four Corners today. All right, foundation brush. Yeah, gotta let, at least I know now, huh? I could be well prepared for it. And I think my rain boots are in our classroom. I don't think I brought them home. Okay, so I'm just packing a little bit on my brush, so it doesn't take much. All right. Just going to go in and do a triangle, not an, do a triangle underneath the eyes. Use all the foundation on my hand. We're just going to let that sit for just a moment. Now that we got that on there. All right. We'll wipe that off. I keep a little hand towel right here, handy. So I can do a little housekeeping. I always like to let the concealer come to like body temperature. 'Cause it's got like a blurring, you know, we want it to blur, so we're just going to let it soak in there a little bit. All right. Miss Coco is sound asleep right here, over there. With this camera turned around, it's so odd. Okay, so we're now going to take our powder concealer brush, and we're going to use the small end, the concealer side, and we are just going to buff this concealer in. And then we're able to use this to bring it up right in there. Gonna just keep buffing it in. We're just gonna buff it in super good, and then you can use it as an angle to clean up right there around the corner. Make sure you work it in right there into your nose. Now Wayne Goss uses his brush that he, you know, developed or whatever he does, although I would love that brush. I absolutely love this concealer brush we have. So we're just working that in, working it into our skin, and then we're going to continue the process. All right. I hope everyone has a very safe transport to work, because this rain is going to be nasty today. At least it is here on the Central Coast. So I'm just going to keep working it in. And then as soon as you get it nice and buffed in and worked into your skin, we're going to take a piece of tissue. Yes, I keep a roll of tissue paper right here handy, or a roll of toilet paper. But we're just going to dab any excess off. I gotta see what time it is. I don't have my watch on. All right, I'm gonna have to get that child of mine up pretty soon. My kids do not get up easy on their own. Kara has had to figure that out, though, being adult college. All right, so don't know if you can see that. There's really not much on there. That's a good sign. So next, you're going to take a beauty blender. You want to dampen it. Don't use it dry. So I just use our rose water to dampen mine. And then I'm going to take my beauty blender, and you don't want to swipe it. We're just going to tap, tap, tap and work it into that skin. Okay, and then we're going to go to this side and do the same. So if you're watching too, let me know, because I'm not sure this angle, because I have it vertical today. I don't know if the comments, you know, cover my face while I'm doing it. We may have to work on that, but I got my new selfie package yesterday and just trying to take advantage of some of the items in it. All right. Did that not help brighten up around underneath my eyes? Like, such a huge difference to me. And then we're going to take the leftover bronzer. we're just gonna do a little bit up there. Okay, and that's it. Now let's do the lips. I am just gonna use one of my absolute favorite shades of lip liner. But first, we're gonna luminize. So if you're tuning in today, be sure to say hi. Tell me where you're watching from. If you're a replay viewer, hashtag replay. Just using a little bit of benevolent. Tell me where you're watching from. We're just going to use it right here. Right where the sun would be hitting us if it wasn't raining out today. I am so lucky I have an amazing parka that will keep me nice and dry and warm. My hair is going to be a hot mess later on though. All right, so we're going to come in. Did you hear Coco? She's snoring. We're going to do the nose. She's snoring. And then do the upper lip. And then if you really want, you can take the leftover concealer and use it like right here on your nose, right underneath. There's this great spot right here you could do. My friend Kelly does a great job doing that. I haven't done that. I need to practice that more. All right, so now that we've done that, we're gonna carry on with the lips. You want to make sure your pencil is sharp. I'm just making an X. And then I'm going to draw it down. All right. And then the bottom lip. And then I just fill it on in. And that's it. This is my all-time favorite lip shade, lip liner, because I can use it all over and it is amazing. I think what I'm going to do today though is I'm going to reach for my lip gloss. I'm going to come in today with a tiny, just to add a little bit of color, I'm going to come in with, I think I'm going to go with this one. I'm going to go and come in with Lucid, which is like just an iridescent, and I'm just going to put a tiny bit. Because I love lip gloss. And because I've got such just like a brown eye lid color, just going to come in with that shade. And we're finished for the day. I am going to use our Behold setting spray. Gonna seal all that work that we just did on there. And that's all. So thank you so much for joining me if you were on here. Definitely is a quiet morning in Facebook world. Hopefully everyone is sleeping in on this fine Tuesday morning. And just want to wish you all a great Tuesday. I will be back here tomorrow, same time, same bat station, at about 6 o'clock in the morning, and again at 7:30 tomorrow evening for a live Q&A. So if you want to hop on my live with me, you are welcome to. If you have a question you want to ask, it could be about makeup, it could be about skincare, it could be a recipe, it could be whatever you want it to be. But you're welcome to do that. You can also ask in comments. But for right now, thank you so much for watching. If you're watching the replay, be sure to hashtag replay. Tell me where you're watching from. Thank you so much for joining. If you have any questions regarding any of the products I used today, you can ask them below. You can private message me. You can also head over to my website, beuniquebycarmen.com, or you can contact your favorite unique presenter to ask them about the products I used. There you go. All right. Have a terrific Tuesday. Peace out.